Hello and welcome to my video, Curious Content, Episode 1, Trouble Brewing. So you may ask, especially with this being the first episode and all, what is Curious Content? Curious Content is a series that focuses on looking towards content many may not have looked at, or for one reason or another, passed it up. This includes minigames, community aspects, strange content, Easter eggs, or even unoptimal means of training skills. Importantly, the series doesn't focus on being optimal or having a massive knowledge of the subject, but rather more of a researched and attempted look at the content in question. If you have a piece of content you are curious about and wish for me to investigate, post in the comments below. In today's episode of Curious Content, we look at the minigame that has spurred the very idea of this series into my mind, Trouble Brewing. Trouble Brewing is a non-combat minigame which focuses on producing as much Rome as you possibly can within a 20-minute window. This minigame is competitive content between two different groups of players who must work together to keep their brewery running and even potentially harm or shut down the other team's means to produce rum. After the 20 minutes are up, the team which has produced the most rum is crowned the victor. So why do this content? Trouble Brewing is most commonly done as the medium task for the Mortania Achievement Diary, but it also has a series of rewards that can be bought using the earnable currency known as Pieces of 8. The potential rewards are different colored naval outfits that come in blue, green, red, brown, black, purple, and gray, all costing a total of 2,500 pieces of 8 for a full set, 500 for the hats, 1,000 per other article of clothing. Flags, which have varied costs from 2,000 to 6,000, can also be bought, and they contain various symbols that are very piratey. Non-cosmetically, you can buy the Stuff, which is an item which helps increase your chances of making mature ale. Rum, which can be bought as a teleport to Trouble Brewing. Interestingly, if you talk to Honest Jimmy directly, medium clue scrolls, though the price for them is piracy, at a whopping 5,000 pieces of 8, or roughly 16 hours of gameplay each. And finally, as always, this content can be done simply for fun. Never forget that RuneScape is a game, and if the content is fun, go ahead and do it. So some of the requirements and recommended items to partake in Trouble Brewing is that you'll need to have completed the Cabin Fever quest and have 40 cooking, and will also likely need to join the Trouble Brewing world, which is currently 304. The quest requirement is tied to the minigame's location of Mossley Harmless. From the docks, you go north outside the walls and head directly east to arrive at the minigame. A path naturally exists which can lead the way, and it is possible to use the minigame teleport to arrive here. Keep in mind, if you do decide to walk to Trouble Brewing, you will be harassed by jungle horrors, but you will not need a Witchwood icon and can simply just pray melee and run past. You will not need prayer in the minigame, so nothing of value is really lost. It is recommended you bring weight-reducing clothing, such as graceful or boots of lightness, though keep in mind you need to leave the head slot empty for the team color item, and your inventory must be empty of items but if you do forget, there is a deposit chest you can put these in. Personally, I find graceful to be a godsend, because you will want to recover your stamina between rounds, and the set's 30% increase in run regain is invaluable. While the minigame can be played without a monkey speak amulet or the ability to speak to monkeys, you may wish to bring one to interact with the monkeys in the minigame to gain a better level of control. Finally, bring your best woodcutting axe possible, though if you do forget it in your bank, they will supply a bronze axe, but that bronze axe is awful, so, just bring the axe. So, impressions for this. I won't lie, I chose this content because I knew what I thought of it, and felt something enjoyable would leave a good impression in the series, which might likely run into content not worth doing. On a scale of 1 to 5, I feel this content is about a 3.5 to 4 in terms of fun when both sides attempt to play it. But you will be hard-pressed to find such activity without a proper group. If you have a friend on the same team, or the enemy player is playing against you, bump it down to a 2.5 or 3. If it is just you, however, this game can be rather dull, and sadly that is the norm. While I could not find a proper clan that plays Trouble Brewing, if one is found I will update the description, and also likely join it myself. Reward-wise, I find the minigame to be particularly bad. The cosmetics, while appealing, are reported with having quite a few overlay issues to newer items. The rum teleport isn't very useful thanks to minigame teleport. The expensive clue scrolls are simply not worth the hassle. This leaves the rewards to mostly be done for the stuff mainly on Ironman and the cosmetics for completionists. Many outcries for the minigame to be removed from the diary thanks to the content's dead nature, and you will usually just see confused players who can't understand the built-in and frankly outdated guide, or those who will focus on 100 buckets of water to maximize AFK point gain. So, should you play Trouble Brewing? Well, I would be biased to say yes, even knowing the rewards are bad, but since it is a requirement for the Morty Diary and the game doesn't end for 20 minutes, you may as well see if you enjoy it as a means to pass the time. Even alone, I often like to see how much rum I can make solo or end up making with a friend while doing it, which sort of gives it this social element, which may be missing in other minigames or activities, especially when you interact with other people that maybe you haven't met before. But if you don't end up liking it after genuinely trying it one attempt, but desire the rewards, go ahead and fill 100 buckets with water and keep yourself logged on to generate the pieces of bait. However, I do request, if you see someone actively playing, go ahead and help them out a bit, even if it's just one or two simple tasks, like gathering colored flowers for the colored water, and spamming buckets of water. Them generating rum means you will be rewarded more afterward. A word of warning, however, this minigame will train your cooking, woodcutting, firemaking, crafting, agility, and strength rather token amounts. If you are aiming to avoid such skill XP gains, consult the wiki for information what you should avoid doing to gain XP in those skills. This has been Curious Content, Trouble Brewing. The following time in this video will show gameplay of how I play the minigame, and offer some live commentary on what I'm doing as a means to help people understand how to play, thanks to the rather tricky nature it has. Luckily, it has a really quite an easy to understand approach once you've tried it a bit or had a guiding hand. The following gameplay will focus on if I were solo. If you have any ideas on how to improve this series, comments on what have been discussed, or ideas on what I should cover next, please once again post a comment below, and I will do my very best to respond to any which pop up. And now, for the gameplay. Alright, so here we are. This is the Trouble Brewing waiting room. As you can see, I have already joined one of the rooms. I chose blue because, you know, I'm wearing Brimhaven blue anyway. Might as well represent. Important things to note: worn equipment. This right here, the pirate bandana. This is what would take up your head slot, which is why you can't wear it. I'm wearing full graceful up to the point that I'm able to, because that's important. I'm using a crystal axe, which is why I have the elven signet on, so that way I use up less charges. You won't really need a ring if you go for anything like a dragon axe. I just chose crystal because, you know, why not? I've got a ton of charges anyway. And then the monkey speak amulet, which will allow me to interact with the monkeys. As you can see, the next game is in 3 minutes. People are talking. Wonder what this is all about. But yeah, a bunch of people are coming in, and we'll be back once the game starts. Actually, while we're here, this guy right here, I am Ron. He decided to plug himself. I tried to ask him for a community. As you can see, he's wearing one of the full sets. He's also got the hook from Brimhaven, Chalice. He's gonna be on the opposing team today. R. Oh, here we are. This is the room. There's a brewing guide on the floor, but we don't really take that. I'll be playing pretty much with a solo in mind, so I'll take 4 bowls. I'll take about so meat, a knife, a tinderbox, and let's get going. He's probably gonna do the bucket method, but what I like to do is I like to go through here with 8 meat, 4 bowls, knife, tinderbox. I like to grab 2 monkeys. Okay, we're gonna need those to grab the nuts later. I like to go over here with the raw meat and take from their own hive. See, it broke, so you're not able to take any more. You take flowers from the opposing side, which will be the same colors as yourself. You can only take 5 at a time. If we had a duo, we could have someone mule flowers, because even though you can only pick 5, you're actually able to hold more than 5 if you have them traded to you. That's called muling. It's Probably the only advanced strategy I know. I'm gonna go ahead and go over here and get more maggots. And if we're lucky, we'll get the event, so I can show that there's actually a bad event with these things. But no, we keep getting lucky. Alright, so once you have your flowers, you'll put them in this over here, okay? There we go. Just like that. Once you have them in there, you can get colored water of equal amounts. I like to take the first 2 bowls and put them on the monkeys. Okay. And then I fill up these 3. We'll go ahead and go upstairs. Go ahead and go upstairs. Go. Yeah, he's got 47 buckets of water up there. You can see on the panel. Alright, this one right here, we put the nuts in. The second one is where the sweet grubs go in. You need 1 sweet grub per ale, or rum. So we just fill it in. Each time will give you 40 cooking experience. This one, you put the bark in. We don't have any bark yet. Over here, you put the colored water in. And then the one that our teammate is putting into is where you put the normal buckets of water. So essentially what he's doing is what you'll do if you just want to AFK and not play the game. But if you're the only one, then you're going to have to do that too. Right, so now we're going to go collect nuts and chop down trees. With the colored monkeys, you can use the monkey on the tree. Okay. You can make him angry. I believe it makes it go faster. I'm gonna go over here to this scrapey tree and cut it down while he does that. You gotta stay within proximity like that, yeah. I'm gonna chop down a little bit of this so I don't waste too much time. Okay, just to kind of get the tree going a little bit. Make him angry. I believe the angry thing is useful. Oh, see, he's already got us the nut. Let's take a little bit more of this. You're gonna need 1 nut per. Okay, the knife gets used on the bark. And you can do this, it's 0 time effort. So you can just do that whenever. Okay. Then you put the nuts in the thing. The bark goes in the 3rd one. As you can see, cooking experience drops. I'm a little slow, but I'm getting the job done. Okay, we have a good amount of resources. But I like to do this until about at least the 10-minute mark. So we go back out. We'll repeat the process a bit. And let me get a little bit more meat. We don't need too much more, but we might as well take like an extra 3. Okay, we'll go across the island, catch any monkeys that are on our path, just so that we've got them. Collect 5 flowers. Scream arg at the guy. He's doing the buckets. Okay, go back down here. Ah, misclicked. Oh, there it is. If these spawn, you can't get them from there and you just run away. It's also why I like to take from those 2 over there. Okay, so we've got that. We'll run back over here and we'll visit our... Wrong one. We'll go ahead and visit our hive. And I believe you need 3 colored water per rum. Oh, they can hurt you, but they won't kill you, I don't think. Don't quote me on that one, just because I'm not 100% sure. I've never seen anyone die to it. Because they do so little damage. So we'll do this. Once again, pull out 2. Pull out 2. Color your monkeys. Then extract the rest of the water. That should be it. Just make sure though. Okay. Then we'll go back up here and drop off our grubs. Drop off the water. Next set of water will be used to get more just colored water. We won't need any more nuts in particular. Because overall, I'm just being low maintenance, just showing how to play the game in a pretty, I wouldn't say it's not a very effective way, but it's a very relaxing way. You can find your own, this is my strategy for it, you can find your own strategy as you play the game. Got the nut. Go ahead. We have enough bark. 7. We're not going to be able to make 7 on our own. I'm sure some people can, but that should be enough. We'll just run over here while we're here. We got 8 grubs, so we don't need any more grubs. Go ahead and drop the meat. Pick some more of these. Next time we'll come by with a torch and we'll have a little bit of fun. I'll show something else that you can do here. You can burn the other foundry down. It's a lot more fun when other people are interested. It makes it more... Oh, there's also a hive right here. So you can also get sweet grubs from there. I actually did not see that one before. Oh, see, we're out of run energy. That's why Graceful's very useful, because you're going to be running a lot. And you can't bring stamina potions in here, so you're going to just have to put up with it. If there was a lot more task management between people, there'd be a lot less running, which would be useful. Oh, come on. Give me the colored water. It'd be a lot more useful because you wouldn't have to do all the tasks yourself, kind of like how the bucket guy did the buckets. Okay. We'll go ahead and run these up real quick, just to get them out of our inventory. We'll leave the last brew. Okay. Over here. Colored water goes in the colored water pot. Okay. Right now we have enough ingredients for 4 bottles. Let's see, we're gonna go ahead and take one extra bowl, and we're gonna take the torch. You can only carry 1 torch at a time. You light it with the tinderbox. We're gonna go get some more flowers, but while we're there, we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Just to show something that can be done. You also technically get points for this. You get 1 point for everything that you damage. So, you know, you can do this if you want. Most people don't. But if you can get a big group game going, you know, this could be a lot more useful if there's an actual competitive element. You can burn these bamboo pipes like that. You can also burn stuff upstairs in the enemy base. Sometimes it won't light. Just gotta get lucky. As you can see, this time we burnt it. They have to put out those fires. They actually get points if they put those fires out. If they don't, they'll have to fix it for a lot of resources. And that'll slow down the team if they were actually playing. Let's see, so we want to get 16 bowls of water to effectively make our 4 rum. That's if I'm remembering it right. And we're gonna go, that's what our goal's gonna be, 4 rum. Very achievable goal for anybody, I feel. My first game alone, I got 2, but you can get pretty far. We might actually have 16 rum, because I think there's 1 more charge in there. And then we can start the fire process. Which is also very easy on your run energy. Very relaxed. And also pretty well what the last bit. I'm gonna go check, make sure, because we might have 1 more. Let's see. Yes, okay, we do have that 1 more charge. So that'll be the 16 that we need. Let me think. Actually, we probably don't even need this charge. Yeah, we didn't even need that charge. It's 15 that I'm thinking of. Oh, math. Math. Don't mind it. Okay, so now that we're down here, let's go ahead and drop our bowls. Keep your tinderbox, though. Over here is the log store. There is so many logs in here that I've never actually seen people need to cut down the jungle trees, but if you need more logs, just cut the jungle trees down. Just go ahead, just go ahead and fill up your inventory pretty well with them, so you don't have to do too much work on them. That'll probably be good enough. Okay. Essentially, what you'll do is you'll put the log in. You'll use the tinderbox. And then you'll want to put more logs in before you leave that one alone, because if it runs out, you'll have to do it again. Like, use the tinderbox on it. But, because it'll just go out on its own. And you need to fill all 3 of these. Like so. And, you know, he's telling us what to do. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. Just trying to put it in. What? It's being a little weird. Come on, get in there. You'll need to put the logs in the boiler using tinderbox. Oh, they might already be in there? Yeah, okay. I'm just being a little dumb. Here we go. Kind of keep them equalized out. At the top, you can see how many are in each. Got 8 in that one. Let's go ahead and put 2 more in each of these. I like to do this last because it takes a minute per rum, but if you leave it alone, especially since if you're solo, the bottles will break if there's one already on the line. So you want to make sure you get them all as they spawn in, like that. Okay, now it's important with the item. You click it, and then you just don't touch anything else. It has an automated thing. If you do anything else, in my experience, it makes it so that it wastes it. Like, you just don't get the points. It's a little clunky for that. Throw in 4 here. Each one can only have 10 in there. So as you can see, that's why we can't put more logs in. Genuinely, I don't know what this does. I know this is how you get strength experience. Oh, hold on. We'll mess with it once we take the rum from the conveyor belt and do this process. Okay. We'll go ahead and pump it. Oh, you were too tired to keep pumping. So I don't know. Overall, I have never seen it needed to be used. I know if somebody is damaging the pipes, you can pump it to damage them, but it'll also like blow up the pipes, so it does more damage. So it's not usually advised, but you can do that. Go ahead and put that in. Go around. Just to throw the logs in. This is, I mean, this is enough for the fire to finish our 4, but might as well do the free fire making experience, right? Okay. Just take a little few more logs. And I mean, this, for the most part, this is a mini game. I would do a little bit more running. We'll probably show something after we get our final bottles, or 4 bottles of rum. We'll go back to the base, see if they fixed anything. If not, I think we can do a little bit of burning upstairs. That'd be a little fun. Go ahead and conserve our run energy. Take a torch out. Because we're gonna have time. We'll have time to have a little bit of fun with them. So, yeah. This is pretty much it. I think when it steams is when it's about to give us rum. So it kind of gives like a warning indicator. But, I don't know, every minute. It's ready soon. You can take this moment while you're waiting for your rum to drink rum in real life or something. Play Sea Shanty 2. Overall, it's just kind of nice to let your run energy return. Okay, there we go. That's our last bottle. As you can see, we have some excess ingredients. If we wanted to, we could go and make another one by getting a monkey nut, but we're not going to worry about it this time. I'm just going to go ahead and end the video by burning some stuff. I also believe you can pick up the monkeys and release them, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's go ahead and take a monkey and just see what happens. You might have to color the monkeys to make them do work, but I know you can release the monkeys. So we might as well see. Let's go on in here. See, they have not fixed it, so the pipes are still damaged. We're going to go upstairs this time, however. Up here. We're going to say hello. I am a red team just like you. Do not mind me. Okay. Then we're going to drop the monkey. See, unleashes the monkey. Okay, the monkey's gonna do that. And then stealthily. They didn't see that. They didn't see that. Oh, look, look. Oh no. You just brush it off. Oh no, we gotta get out of here. Okay. So you run, you get out of there, right? You go to the flower area. Okay, and this is paramount to you smooth dance right there at the doorway. And then you run back to your base. As you can see, we have 1 minute left. Their factory will not explode in 1 minute, so you don't have to you don't have to worry about that. Instead, you get back into your base, and then you do the Ghanem style, and then hypermobile drinker. You do that, and you'll have 4 rum, and have ruined the enemy team's day. And that's the minigame. In a moment, we will get to see what happens, which is essentially just a, hey, here you go, and an XP drop. Might as well zombie dance. It is mostly harmless. There we go. Final score was 0-4. As you can see, the enemy team did not put up a fight. We were awarded some extra experience. As you can see, the losing team over there, you guys put up a good fight. You know, always be nice. You just tell them about that. And then, after you've used Lumpy. Alright, and that is the end of the video. Alpha Casto 2, we'll have a good time. Let's give him a hand. And we're gone.